Welcome to this podcast. Let's start. You are looking for a more controversial point. Well, here it is number 13. Most industry tycoons get wealthy by exploiting slave labor where you can't see it and the world doesn't really seem to care. The phone or laptop you are watching this on the electric car, scooter, drone, or electronic appliances like your fridge, smart TV, etc. They all use cobalt now. Here is a recent picture of what's supposed to be an industrial cobalt. Mine in the Congo, the key word here is in industrial because according to official documents from all the major tech players, not a single human being is supposed to be digging in these cobalt mines. The average adult gets paid less than $2 a day of bringing cobalt up out of the ground. They actually prefer to use children because they are smaller and cheaper for this kind of work. And none of this is new information. Here is a video of children in a cobalt mine from 6 years ago. As a developed society, we enjoy the comfort technology brings us because we are sheltered from the reality of what it actually takes to be produced, assembled and shipped to you. And this is not just the tech industry. The International Labour Organization estimate that approximately 170 million children are used for production, although they are not old enough to work sustainably in the fashion industry. The children are literally working in the field picking cotton, transferring pollen for a little to no pay. That's how fast fashion and ultra fast fashion is able to get you those products so cheaply, but they as long as you get it for cheap. Right, number 14. Almost all of them are suspectly obsessed with money and success. Look, here is the truth. You really need to want it to be able to get to that kind of wealth, as it will require you to sacrifice almost everything else in your life. You don't have a family life, you don't get to be spend time with the kids, you are hyper competitive and traveling all the time. You don't sleep well at night for years, and the amount of stress you are dealing with is nothing others will ever experience. Their brain is wired differently. They look at life differently and see life as building block. Life will grant you one wish, but you have to figure out what is it and to be absolutely obsessed with one wish non-stop for decades. Not sure many people are really able to do that. Number 15. Decision making and precision are the only two billionaire Tanishq. The job of a senior executive is to make a small amount of high value decisions that have measure upside. You are rewarded based on what percent of time you are right about your decision. Warren Buffett is regarded by many as the greatest investor in the world because of his ability to constantly make high-level decisions that generate a lot of money for the investor. The higher you climb, the higher the stakes with every decision you make. If you are in the earlier days, precision translated as self and clear communication is probably the most valuable skill there is. You will need to get people to trust you enough to join you and create a product. You will need to persuade customer to give you money for your product and persuade investor to back your company. Even if you do not know how to build something with the right level of skill, you will be able to convince someone else to build it for you in exchange for a piece of that reward. As you progress, there's always someone new you need to convince to do something that will benefit you and the company. Moving forward, if there is one thing you take away from the entire piece, it is there systematically improve your decision making process, and you do this by taking your mind to the gym constantly. As a result of learning mental models, that second one is learning to speak clearly and convince others to follow you on your mission. We feel the word selling doesn't really seem to do it justice for what exactly you need to do. These two are the only billionaire tire skill to master, which is why the Alex app focused on them so much. You know, billionaires are a different breed, and we are curious to know, have you ever looked behind the curtain of a billionaire? What did you learn, Alexa? Let us know in the comments, and thank you for watching this Sunday motivational video. Until the every end, here's your bonus. This is what the average billionaire investor portfolio looks like, thanks to our friend and visual capitalist for this visual. Now the most interesting thing you will notice is just how quickly the retirement fund becomes irrelevant as you climb in net worth, and how that large position is replaced by a trust fund. The wealthiest 10% of Americans own a record 89 of all US stocks. The bottom 90% of Americans barely have any investable access to all. So here's what you need to remember: you survive by earning, you get rich by owning. If you don't want to end up like 90 of Americans, start buying things that increases in value over time. If this isn't a wake up call to start taking this more seriously. Alexa, we don't know what is it is gonna be a really interesting year, and we feel like a lot of things might change for you. If you are on a mission to escape media, write the word escape in the comments. That way we know how many of you interested in taking this seriously. Thanks for spending some time with us today. Alexa, we are so glad you did. If you found value in today's video, please give us a like, hit the bell icon to never miss an upload, and don't forget to subscribe for an. Thanks you.